How's it going, guys? Shape here, and welcome to the channel. This video is going to cover everything you need to know about the new Call of Duty Warzone, and it'll be my honest review of what I thought about it, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to talk about the facts here, everything in it, give you guys kind of a heads up, some tips when it comes to playing the new Warzone. But without further ado, let's hop into it. Be sure to turn on your notifications, make sure you have that bell rung, and drop a like to make sure you don't miss any of my future content. If you have any questions, drop a comment or tweet at me. Let's start off with the obvious. Warzone is a free-to-play Battle Royale with an extra respawn mode that you can download and play for free, and it is cross-platform. Let me be really quick and specific here. It is free to play. You don't have to have Modern Warfare to play Warzone. If you don't have Modern Warfare and you have a computer, PS4 or Xbox, you can download Warzone and play right now. You won't have access to just everything that you would if you did have Modern Warfare when it comes to your skins, custom guns, stuff like that. But you can go and play right now with your friends, cross-platform, completely free. This is huge. Let's go through the list and I'll tell you everything that I can tell you about it and get you started for when you're ready to jump into Warzone. First off, the map is massive. Most likely the biggest BR map I have ever seen or ever played on. It's not only huge though, it's stunning and absolutely gorgeous. The unique thing about this map is you won't find the same building or structure repeated. Everything is unique and custom designed. They went above and beyond the normal of just copying over buildings and placing them in different locations across the map, and they brought us something that no one has ever done before. Huge shout out to that. The game modes that are currently available: solos, duos if you select the no fill when you're in the trio mode, so next is trios, and there's currently no squad mode, but I would expect them to add it in the future. The server limit is currently at 150 players, but I would expect to possibly see that go up to maybe 200 with the squad. The trio game mode with 150 felt really good though. The game is super fast paced. You would think with 150 people, a massive map, it wouldn't be, but the way they have the gas coming in and how the rotations work with the circles, the loot system, the game actually feels really fast. It doesn't feel like a long drawn out ordeal, which was something that I actually liked instantly. You also start off with a pistol instead of your fist. This has been something that myself and the BR community has been asking for a long time, and it's finally here. Some stuff you want to be on the lookout for when you're on the map and decide to drop in for that first time are buy stations. You drop in, have your pistol, obviously ready to go out there and loot. Be on the lookout for those buy stations that are set up throughout the map, because this is where you can buy your kill streaks. This is the only way to get the kill streaks in the Battle Royale version of Warzone. You can even buy revive tokens to get your fallen squad mates up at these buy stations. This is definitely going to be a huge part of the meta, because just about every game that I've played so far, at least one of us would die and the others would have to get enough cash to buy us back. The buybacks are $4,500. It's not a huge amount of money to do that, but this technically gives you unlimited chances if you keep at least one squad member alive, as long as they have the cash to get you guys back up. Custom loadouts. These can either be found at random spawn points on the map or called in with one of your kill streaks. To have the gun loadout of your choosing is huge and will definitely be in a nice place for your next fight. This is another huge part of the meta, as you can get your whole squad custom loadouts for $6,500, which again isn't too much money. After looting your first zone and compiling your money together, you should definitely be able to purchase one of these custom loadouts. Contracts. Contracts are a way for players to earn more cash, XP, and more information in regards to the game. Contracts can be located around the map in a tablet pickup that assigns you a certain task to complete. The task can vary on the contract you end up finding. Some contracts let you, like I said, get additional XP, drops cash. Some even show you a preview of the next circle, and there's even one that shows you the final circle within the first 10 minutes of the match. Now, I haven't found this one or come across that yet. More to come on that once I do find it. Keep you guys informed with that, but it said it is definitely one of the contracts available. There's also a second type of contracts called bounties. These are specific target contracts. You will find a bounty contract. It's all about taking out a certain player who is randomly chosen for that bounty. If you pick up a bounty contract, it will show you the bounty enemy's relative location, and it's time to go hunting. If you're on the opposite side of the contract, you will get an alert on your screen that there's an active bounty contract on you, and you will see a threat level indicator in your HUD. Obviously, the closer that, or more filled out that threat level is, the closer they are. So be cautious of that. Your whole entire squad gets alerted when one of your players on your team has an active bounty on them. When it happens, it's either time to kind of go hunker down and wait for the other team, or consistently be on the move so they can't track you to the fullest intent there. If you complete a bounty or you escape the bounty, you get a pretty nice cash payout. Respawns. There are actually two ways to respawn back into the game. The one that we already talked about with the buy station, and the other is the gulag. When you die for the first time, you go into the gulag, which is pretty much like a prisoner of war type atmosphere. You're gonna go up and 1v1 back for your life to come back into the game and come back to your team. Once you get in the gulag, you're in the upper levels looking down into the showers, and you're spectating whoever's fighting at that time. If you have a partner that died with you, you could be spectating for them and call out where the enemy is. You can also throw rocks at the enemy, which can stun them, disorient them. So if you're up there waiting, it's your turn, you have rocks in your hand that you can throw down and help your teammate out and win their 1v1. If you win your 1v1, you drop back into the game. If you lose, you can still get back into the game just using that other method we talked about with your teammates buying you back in. There's also, at the end, if you're in a gulag for an extended period of time and you get no challengers, you're just set free. So you technically may not have to fight anyone, but those are the different ways to get back into the game with respawns. The map. I know we already talked about how huge the map is and everything like that, but you're not having deja vu. These are actual maps from Infinity Ward Classics inside this massive new map. They've got Broadcast, Overgrown, Scrapyard, Terminal. A couple of the COD 2019 maps are in here. And also a ton of new points of interest that is waiting for you guys to discover. They really did a great job of sprinkling in enough nostalgia into this new gorgeous map. There are hundreds and thousands of buildings on this map, so it's gonna be like a new experience for you guys once you jump in for a really long time. Armor. You start out with 2 armor bars at the start, and you have a max of 3. You can have a max of 3 equipped at a time. You can also hold up to 5 plates in reserves, and these can be equipped on the run while you're moving. I think it's a much more simplified, fair version of armor. These can either be picked out of crates, off the ground, or you can even purchase a stack of 5 for $1,500 out of the buy stations. Looting. Again, the map is huge, but plays very fast, like we talked about. The looting is the key component to why that is. You can't put attachments on your guns or anything like that, but when you open a supply box or off the ground, all the loot drops on the floor, you can quickly identify what you need and don't need and just be on your way. This is much faster than it was in Blackout. I love how fast you can actually loot in this game and how simplified they have made the process of armor plates, looting, and sharing with people. It's just, everything is so simplified, it makes it super streamlined and fast. As great as the game is, I did have a few cons with it. The first thing that concerns me is the kill streak spam. As a team, you can buy up kill streaks at buy stations as you go throughout the match, and I know at the end of the game I've come into some encounters where there's small circles, cluster strikes going out everywhere, precision airstrikes going out. It's just a lot happening in a very small space, so that does concern me about the end game maybe look into doing some changes or something around the end game of what can be used or anything like that is maybe something they'll look at if it does become a problem. The second is the sound cues. You can literally be on top of an enemy and get no actual sound cue that they're there. This kind of goes against the gunfire sounds, which sound extremely close and they're nowhere near you. I know sound is a huge issue in other BRs, but this one just feels like it needs a lot of work. But really, those are the only cons that I found in the game, which is really surprising since this is the way the game was launched, and most need a few updates to get to the level this one is at. It definitely needs some work here and there with future updates, but I'm really happy with where it was at and how the first couple weeks or so of this game has been. So there you have it, guys. That is my take on the new Call of Duty Battle Royale. Once again, free to play, cross-platform. You don't have to own Modern Warfare to play the game. You can download it for free. Play either solo, duo, or trio modes with 150 other people in a fun, thrilling Battle Royale experience. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what other videos you guys would like to see. Again, please drop a like if you enjoyed the video to show some love for the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.